Bulldogs flooding numbers into there now to force them wide.
Sweet takes what's on offer. And again, the two stars in the middle. The captain and the vice-captain, and that's a punishing kick. Nonetheless, it didn't change the result. They got the win they needed. He did have 2 score assists though last week, so contributed. He'd love the contribution to be maximum here, and that is beautiful. They've certainly got some avenues to goal as Wines hands it off to Horne-Francis, who had to change his mind at the last moment. Kept his composure. Through Jones they go and trying to get it forward. Mead, who's an improving player. Burgoyne back in the team. Sends it deep and again gives Georgiades a golden opportunity. 2 from 2 for Mitch Georgiades and Port Adelaide. It was to Dale, a moment's hesitation. Now Sanders, and they're linking up there with their own handballs. Trouble low for the Colonel there, and holding the ball.
And Lincoln run. This is awesome defensively from Port Adelaide.
Had a great start to the season in terms of his goal kicking. Kicked 9 in the first 4 games. It has dried up of late, but 17 goals, 14. He gives that a fair whack, and the Breeze will allow it just to stay on.
It might have just come down on an arm. I reckon he did. That's a free kick.
Well, how's that for slick handball? Burne-Jones back to Wines. What a great quarter of football.
He must be chock full of confidence the way this is going.
English the tap through Bontempelli. Issues. How big? Really big. And they can inflict maximum pain now if Butters can convert. 8 goals, 5 for the season for Zach Butters. He's in the top 5 in the AFL for score involvements. And he can do some of it off his own boot, and there's every reason to celebrate for Port Adelaide. Only conceded 2 goals in the past 6 weeks. Brendan Zerk-Thatcher, even though he was subbed off against Brisbane. Farrell, he got himself potentially into a bind, but he gets out of it, and it's created options, and again moves swiftly. Burne-Jones and Jordan Sweet takes just his 7th game for Port Adelaide. Jordan Sweet for his first goal at his new club. He's going to enjoy that one. Takes it just outside the 50, the wheel, the go, and the kick to Lord. Was that front-on contact that was enough for the umpire against Gallagher? Ollie Lord, in the absence of Charlie Dixon, has a big role to play. In the context, Houston, the turn, and the fire, and how well was that way that Georgiades really didn't have to move a muscle. 10 goals in 3 weeks prior to last week when he only kicked a couple of behinds, but he's on today. He's got 3. Port Adelaide have 8.
It's exactly what it was, mowing him down.
Burgoyne, lofty handball over the top, now stretched out from Finlayson to Marshall. You could see what he was going for. It was plain and obvious, and it was superbly executed. Coaches' votes, which was more than anyone else, in a game where the votes were well spread. Goes back, just a little steadier for Port Adelaide. Nibbles one into the middle to Mead. Good positive lead from Georgiades. When Port fans were thinking what they were going to get today, I don't think they could have dreamed of 10 goals to 3 at half-time.
This performance, you can see there, he's one of the highest rated player dogs.
He's at it again, just whacking it forward. Bontempelli got the access, but not for long. Shut down. Instead, it's Jones. Off to Finlayson. He can have 1 bounce. There's a second if you'd like, Jeremy. Instead, he's trying to connect forward. Doesn't quite get it right, but Horne-Francis so quickly on the boot. They needed an answer quickly. I reckon they got us. Yep, free kick.
He took off, and he got a block, and he forced the Dogs to grab. This is
season, I think, pretty significant for Port Adelaide, and Willie Rioli hasn't been there. So Jason Horne-Francis can go forward and bang 3 goals. How handy is that? Handballs, waiting for no one, Port. Butters to half forward, aims up Burne-Jones. Equal numbers inside the arc. He goes wide for Narkle, full wind-up, and then he's kicked. The contact was magnificent. It's been a day out for Port Adelaide. And Narkle wanted in. Wines, been a great combination of the old and the young for Port. Marshall is somewhere in between. Finlayson, if anyone's going to kick at 65. Here's Georgiades again. Lob just does enough. Narkle desperate to kick another goal. Mitch, he'll kick this. That's 5. Lines on going all the way. High ball, English. Evans, snappy little hands. Rosie, he'd love a goal. It's about the only thing he hasn't done until now. He's skipping away with a 32 disposal, 1-goal game, the captain.